Good afternoon from Northern Ontario. It's a warm day here. It's +7. No snow, so we're happy about that. My name's Dave, and this is McCarroll Siding, my N-scale railroad. This is the continuing journey of making the quarry. Over the last week, I've cleaned up the layout a bit, and I'm going to make it a goal that by the end of May, I have at least one loop of track where I can actually run a train and show you what's going on. I just like making stuff better than running trains, but I've already started cleaning it up and making it look better. We've already extended it, and I've decided where there's going to be a river and a road bridge and a rail bridge and a few other things. But today what we're going to do is we're going to kind of concentrate on the mobile rock crusher. Now this mobile rock crusher is similar to this one, and there's the model. Again, it's from the I always get it mixed up, DAPR3D.com, I think. I always get it reversed sometimes. Anyway, it's a nice little model. I've got it painted up. I got it dusted down and weathered. I'm going to weather it a little bit more once it gets into the actual quarry. So where it's going to go in the quarry is down in there. You can see there's the big shovel and one of the trucks. It's not really in focus, but you get a drift of it. And then what happened? Oh, I lost camera 6. The battery's probably dead, so we'll just forget about it. Camera 6 is in the ceiling, and it doesn't have a wired plug to it, so the batteries run out. And I was working yesterday with it, and I had it on probably for too long. Anyway, so what we're going to do today is use my favorite hobby store's supply system, which is the dollar store. Now, the dollar store sells gravel in these containers, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think they're all different colors. I don't think there's a lot of quality control here. I think they just pour whatever sand they've got in the gravel into it. So what I did is I put them into, I put the different colors into little containers. And we are going to, on these foam things here, we are going to put some glue, Eileen's quick dry tacky glue, and then we're going to sprinkle it with some gravel. We're going to then keep building it up and building it up until it looks like a little mound. Originally I had, if you watched, you saw me make the this out of 3D resin that I just put on a piece of parchment paper, and then used a UV light and shaped it to the shape of one. Originally it was about twice this long, and then I started looking at pictures, and silly me, I had forgotten that rocks don't fly through the air like dust does. It drops pretty quickly. So I've shortened both of these so it looks a little bit more realistic. So let's get on with this. I've got a brush here, and I got a piece of wood that we used to put the glue on, because I'm not going to put it right on the so I'm just going to take off my glasses, because I don't need them to see close up. I just need them to see more than about 8, 9 feet. So I'm going to take, let's see, are we on the camera? Okay, let me just did that focus that better? Okay, let's try one more time. There we go. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of the glue down here on the scrap piece of wood off to the side. I do have a container with water in it somewhere. Yeah. Yep, right here. So I can clean off that brush. So what I'm going to do is take the paintbrush, and I'm going to come in and paint one side here, and we'll see what it looks like when it's got stone on top. Now, like everything, this is an experiment. All of my videos are basically experiments, because in 99% of them, I've never done this before. So I'm going to start with a lighter gravel. And I'm going to pour it on top. And in a minute, I have forgotten that I was going to do this, but in a minute I'm going to duck off camera and go get my bottle of spray bottle of Mod Podge and isopropyl alcohol. Alright, so you can see there we've got a pretty good covering of gravel. We've got some places here where this doesn't look right at all, because I just sort of hacked at this foam. So I'm just going to pick that up, put some here. Now I put this piece of paper down because the last time I did any of this on this workbench, it took me days to get the darn gravel off the workbench. It was just floating around like confetti. It was just a pain in the butt. Alright, put that down there. So that's the start of it. And now I'm going to take that paintbrush again, and we're going to do the other side here. So like everything, it's an experiment. And I just did something foolish here, but it doesn't matter. This brush is probably not going to live past this tutorial. So again, a little bit more of Eileen's. I don't know who Eileen is. What I know is that an awful lot of modelers use her glue. So again, I'm busy making sure I get glue over all the surfaces. Bring that right up here, right along there, and now you can see that we're getting quite a bit of, what am I looking for here? I'm looking for scraps. Oh, here we go, that's what I'm looking for, just something there. So you can see that that's just the first layer. I'm just going to nip over and get my Okay, sorry about that, folks. I hadn't considered that I might have to use this, and I thought I could just do it. So, that's the first layer. I'm now going to just take some isopropyl alcohol and soak that down. And I'm going to take and we're going to just keep dropping this on here. Probably should have had a spoon. Oh, you know what? Got a spoon. And I'm just going to grab some more. Yeah, this little container, $2. Now the thing about this stuff is that you go in one day and they've got a whack of it. You go in the next day and you can't find it anywhere in the store. So you can't expect it to be in stock. Okay, let's see if we can soak that down. Now this is Mod Podge and water. So I'm just liberally putting in place. I'm just going to do another layer. Alright, now we've got another color here, so a little bit more isopropyl. Let the Mod Podge soak through. And again, some more isopropyl. Oops. What are we happening here? Something's happening with my nozzle. Oh, there we go. That's right. Except I should be a little gentler. Now, obviously, we're going to have to let this dry. And so, last layer of gravel is the dark stuff. And one more time. Let me just see. Oh, that was brilliant. Oh, right here. Right here. Let's be a little bit more surgical. Pipette's a better way to go. Spray bottles just spraying it all over the tabletop. See, let me look at that. Does that look? I think maybe we need a little bit more. Some lighter stuff back on. All right, now here's one more thing I got to do. is that it doesn't make a lot of sense for there not to be any gravel on the conveyor belt that's on the machine. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take some Aleene's glue here, and we're going to paint the conveyor. You can see there it's got that white glue on it. And I'm just going to come over here out of the way, and now let's go back and get our Mod Podge stuff. And now I think that's a pretty convincing looking crusher throwing rock. Now what's the scene in the quarry is going to be that there's still some rock protruding off the base of the quarry. I've glued some castings down, and we're going to put a couple of excavators with jackhammers on the end of the excavator, and they're breaking it up. And then we have a couple of front end loaders that are picking up that gravel and bringing it to the crusher. And then the crusher is making it into smaller stone, which another front end loader is then loading onto 6-wheel dump trucks, small ones, relatively small, like for a mining piece of equipment. And then those ones will be driving up the ramp and dumping it in a separate place from where the big trucks dump it. I've got a couple of bunch of 3D printed of those dump trucks, and I've got I think at least 2 or 3 kit ones that are built. The kit ones are better because I can separate the dump at the back and make it up and look like it's dumping, and that's what it's going to do up top. So I have the other one, but I don't see that there's much point in me going ahead and showing you how to do that, because it isn't any different than what I just did. So as I say, I've cleaned up the layout. It looks substantially better. I'm going to keep it that way as much as I can. I tend to be fairly not messy, but out of control sometimes when I'm doing stuff. I get busy and I forget to clean up, and I walk away. And I don't want to do that again. I want the layout to look like a layout. So next week we are going to do a cell tower. No, we don't want that one. Not camera 1. Camera 1. So what I have is a cell tower from Showcase Miniatures. I've already wired it with a flashing red LED. Let's go back to here and you can see it better. So there's the end of it with the flashing LED. There's the tower itself. So what we're going to be doing is creating a base for it, a small building for it, and some antennas to go on it, because although they supplied antennas with the kit, they are not prototypical. They don't look anything like a cell tower antenna. So what I'm going to do is if my 3D modeling stuff cooperates with me. I've been having trouble with one of my printers. If it cooperates with me, I'm going to design in Fusion 3D some proper looking antennas, and then I'm going to build a base. We're going to probably I'll scratch build a small building to go at the base. I've got to do a little bit more research on what those buildings look like, and I may this Friday when I go into Espanola, which is my regular day to go in. There is a cell tower right in Espanola proper, and I may take a camera with me and take some pictures of it so that I understand what's going on. So anyway, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you got something out of this. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. I'm going to have to gently lift this up and put it somewhere and let it dry for a considerable period of time before I attempt to even move it. But as you can see, it's not that difficult, and again, model railroading can be very expensive. I mean, if you come down into my basement and look at all the equipment in here, you'd say this is not a hobby that you save money doing, and to be quite honest, it isn't. But if you're instead of paying for shipping fees and everything else and ordering gravel from, say, Woodland Scenics or somebody else, if you just hunt around, you can find this stuff. It's amazing. It really is. So anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Subscribing is completely free. I think I'm over 70 subscribers, which is, again, every time I look at that, I'm going, you guys are nuts. But anyway, I want to thank you for watching, and we will see you next time, and we're out.